Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame.
Yugi peoples, welcome to the discussion video. Alright, so we played in 2 tournaments the past couple of weeks. I took 2nd place in the Rogue tournament, and I took 1st place last night at the advanced format tournament, both times at Primal Games Cards and Collectibles, Primal Cards. And so shout out to them, located out in the Fort Worth. If y'all haven't been out to their shop, go check it out. Awesome owner, him and his cousin Nam, real cool people, and very knowledgeable, especially like if you're getting into the game. He was a great judge, and he's got a lot of knowledge and skills as far as the game go. They get a lot of cool OCG products as well, so check them out. And then Tyler, cool head judge, funny, makes jokes, makes the whole event fun, also very knowledgeable when it comes to rulings. So, not going to have any problems with that kind of stuff when you come up there, and, a lot of great players, cool players come up there. They also have the Rogue format tournaments, which is different, or as you'd say, harder than Underdog, or whatever you want to call it, with a custom ban list where you can go play against different decks that you wouldn't normally see every day. Like, I played against Toons, y'all. I played against Toons, and, it was a lot of fun, seeing different people play different strategies that they really want to play without having to be forced to play a certain way in order to be able to compete with, the cash tiers and the pearlies and stuff like that. So it's a cool format. I think like mostly for this week, I wanted to try out, playing without Crossout Designator in my main deck. So in the Rogue tournament, I did play with Crossout Designator in my main. I love Crossout Designator. I've been on it for a long time. I love that card. To me, it's awesome. I think like one of the main things, about playing with heroes, even before Droll was a main deck thing, was the Nibiru. It's like, yes, when we're going first, there are ways to play around it, but at the same time, you're also wasn't able to build, the Dark Angel board and everything, because, they're going to nib you. Or when you go to, end on that board and you activate DPE effect, they're going to nib you. So, yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. So I was one of those people who like to play Crossout Designator for nib in those situations. And also, when you're going for the OTK, there were a lot of times where, you would break your opponent's board, and we had that ability to put enough damage on board pretty easily to not only break the board, but also OTK them, and then you would get nibbed before going into the battle phase. And so, I like to have Crossout in those situations. So, in the Rogue format, I did main deck my Crossout Designator. I think y'all saw in the video, like I crossed out Book of Moon, cross out Reinforcement of the Army. You just cross out whatever you have to in order to get the job done. And in the advanced format tournament, I actually moved Crossout to the side deck, and what's his name, Blake, had a deck list where I think he went X2 at the Houston Regional, and I actually kind of copied his side deck style from that tournament. Shout out to him, great hero player, one of the best that I know, man. The man's always performing and doing well with heroes. Great strategist, keeps in tune with the meta, so if you're a hero player looking for help, he's a cool dude, really to talk to and everything. He's really good at the game. And yeah, so I kind of, copied his side deck style, moved Crossout to the side deck, with a bunch of targets and everything. And, I still ended up coming in 1st place in my matchups. I had to play against Chair Labyrinth type. Chair Labyrinth twice. That deck is crazy. All the adding back to the hand, the ability to activate normal traps that they just set that turn. I got de-barriered so many times by that deck. It was crazy. And he also Eradicator Epidemic Virus me. The thing about that card is like they like to shotgun it a lot, because yeah, you can't open up with cards like a Hero Lives, Mass Change and things like that. But Vion's ability to add the Polymerization to your hand, which is the main card that we need, like it didn't really seem like it hurt all that much. I think when he Eradicated me, my hand was just I'm gonna have to go back and look at the video, but it was like cross out and something else. But I think I was still able to get to like Polymerization and be able to try and make plays, you know, and it's not always going to be the situation, but, you know, for Vion to be able to search out polymerization without them being able, you know, to rip it out of your hand is still cool. So, you know, I feel like Eradicator Epidemic Virus didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. I did make a one-play mistake in that game, is that I should have chained the crossout designator, but I didn't realize that he would be able to activate the D barrier. So yeah, that ended up making that matchup really, really tough. So there's that. But as far as crossout inside of the side deck, I have to say that I actually prefer it inside of the main deck for a couple reasons. I think one of them happens to be one of the things. It's like when you are main deck, when you're side decking a crossout designator, you know, you pretty much have the hand traps inside of the side deck also, which is how Blake did it. But you know, in a game such as against Labyrinth and what was the other one? There are other couple decks like Ninja, which I know that's not like a big deck, but Rescue Ace, where you want to actually have like the hand traps, you know, main deck. And also, what was the other one? There was another deck. Oh, Branded Chimera, and man, there was something else. You know, Labyrinth, you know, being the main one, because like Labyrinth and Branded Chimera have a hand rip abilities, and so, you know, they can end up hitting like that Book of Eclipse, or hitting your Book of Moon, or, you know, hitting one of your essential going second cards, where, you know, say for instance, if you had a hand trap, you maybe could have prevented that from happening in the first place. So, you know, I think I feel a whole lot more comfortable playing my deck with hand traps inside of the main deck and playing with crossout main deck, just because like if people weren't main decking Droll, maybe crossout would be, you know, just as good inside the side deck. But I feel like if they're going to main deck Droll, I want a main deck crossout designator, just because whether you're going first or second, Droll really hurts you as a hero player. It really, really does. And then also, like I said, for those people who aren't necessarily playing hand traps, as long as you make room inside of your deck to have Book of Moon and to have Book of Eclipse main deck, you can also hit those cards right there. You know, I think I crossed out. I was playing against Kashtira, and he tried the Book of Moon, my Shining Neos Wingman. I chained cross out, hit the Book of Moon, and, you know, proceeded to win that game. So yeah, you know, I feel like crossout designator, at least for me, is a main. You know, everybody has their, you know, opinion as far as the way it goes, but I've had a lot of success with crossout in the main. You know, even the, what is it, the case tournament that I played in, you know, advanced format not too long ago, you know, crossout was doing it in, you know, and a couple of guys even said it, like, you made it this far because of crossout. And, you know, that's what it is. Like, I never slept on a card, love the card. So, you know, there's that. As far as heroes and their position inside of the meta right now, I really feel like, what is it, Favorite Contact has really added a lot of versatility to heroes in general. You know, it's like we already had the Floodgates, you know, and now having that trap card that, you know, your opponent isn't always going to be able to get rid of, because not a lot of decks have, you know, how do you say, engine cards that can destroy spells and traps. And just putting him out there on the board, getting the ability to pop 2 to 3 cards, and then also, you know, him not being able to be destroyed by card effect, having an enormously high attack, and then Favorite Contact making it to where he can't be shuffled into the extra deck is so good. So it's like, in most situations, they're going to have to banish him in order to get him off the board. And, you know, it's just crazy, unbelievable. I think, like, the main thing with him is, like, you got to remember that his destroy effects do not target. So, you know, don't, you know, just remember that. And then the other thing is, what was the other thing? Oh, yeah, timing on it. Because, you know, like, I've messed up one game against Flunderies the past tournament, because I activated Favorite Contact at the wrong time, which I should have activated it when he summoned to England, was to go ahead and activate the Favorite Contact. That way it would, you know, special summon out the Shining Neos Wingman, then Eaglin's effect would finish resolving to special summon, I mean not to special summon, but to normal summon the Rabina, and then Chainlink 2, Shining Neos Wingman would have resolved to, you know, blow up or not Chain Link 2, but on a new chain. Yeah, I think it would be Chain Link 2 because they did still successfully summon the Rabina, so he would still get a normal summon for that turn, you know, off of Rabina's effect. And then Chain Link 2, Shining Neos Wingman, blow up the Eaglin and the Rabina. That way they cannot normal summon out the Impin or the Mist Valley. So yeah, what happened was he went Eaglin, and then I let it resolve. Then he went summon Rabina, and then I went chain favorite contact. So the way the chain resolved and stuff, he was able to normal summon the Eaglin, and then, you know, Shining Neos Wingman blow up the Eaglin, which was already too late at that point because then he could search out the trap or the field spell, whichever one they're missing. So yeah, I completely messed up there. But yeah, so remember the timing, you know, with favorite contact and stuff, and that's partly due to, you know, me being out of the game and not making correct play choices and stuff. I still, you know, what is it? There's still quite a few decks that I haven't played against this format. Like I haven't played against the Mana Dome deck that does the completely lock you out, skip your turn thing. I haven't played against that, and I haven't played against Branded Chimera, so I'm not sure how Droll really affects those two decks. So, you know, maybe my opinion about, you know, main decking Droll and main decking Crossout is kind of invalid. But I guess only time will come and, you know, come to show that. So, you know, we're almost at 1,400 subscribers, 10 more to go. This 1,400 sub, you know, giveaway is gonna be crazy. We actually got the Dual Academy blue sleeves, so the first winner will have the choice between the blue Dual Academy, the yellow Dual Academy, the red Dual Academy, the 3 play mats from Piano Mega Mats, the 3 tokens from Piano Mega Mats, and yeah, so then, you know, after we hit 1,500, the person who wins that one will get, you know, the 2 choices that are left. And then when we get to 1,600 subs, the person who wins that one will take what was left from that giveaway. And I feel like they're all good, you know, like especially the sleeves, you know, they're Japan sleeves, you know, not easily found, you know, a little bit pricey, I guess you could say. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get those. I'm excited about it. Can't wait to see who wins. You know, good luck to everybody who does enter and everything, and appreciate everybody who takes the time to enter those giveaways, support the channel. You know, I greatly appreciate it. Deck profile will be coming up. I'll talk about, you know, my deck choices and different things like that. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow my new shipment will be in from Japan also, so hopefully we get that deck, that box opening video out there tomorrow. If not, you know, either tomorrow will be the deck profile from my first place advanced format deck, or the box opening video, and then whichever one doesn't happen tomorrow will happen most likely next week. So yeah, appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
My wingman, he come through, he level up, he Goku, he shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.